This morning was really about time and how that's a commodity that a lot of people just really don't understand. I mean, even though people understand time is limited and we only have so much of it, a lot of people just really don't know how to manage it and how to make it work for them. One thing that I've always been strong at is time management. When I was a kid, there was a lot going on in my life with school and extracurricular activities, and maybe that's where it was kind of rooted in there. But even in adulthood, and even with as much freedom as I have now, because I do have a lot of time freedom, which I was going to talk about a little bit, I still value time greatly. I value it a lot. I'm very intentional with how I spend my time, with whom I spend my time, what activities I'm doing, with my time. I was in management in corporate America for quite a while. I don't really talk about that too much. A professional student. I was in graduate school for like forever. So there was a lot that I had learned through that because I was in school as a mom, as a working adult. And then when I did make the decision that I wanted to come home to my family, that I wanted to build up my own businesses where I could work from home, but having to do that while I was still working full time, and not just full time, like 3 different jobs. So that schedule was really crazy. Plus going through the divorce at that time. I mean, time was really, really a factor, and it really had to be managed. I think that's the first thing when it comes to time, you guys, that you just have to understand the time is going to pass regardless of what you do or don't do. The time is going to go. You are going to get older. You might not necessarily get wiser, but you're going to get older. And, when you really look at it that way, doesn't matter what age you are, in your 20s, 30s, we just tend to think of it a little bit more when we're in our 30s and 40s and 50s, because we do start to recognize that, man, maybe I am running out of time, and maybe I haven't done the things that I want to do, or, I've just let so much time go by, and what do I have to show for it? I'm just going to really quick kind of just give you a couple of base things that I've done my entire life. And the first thing that is super important is you do have to recognize your purpose, your goals in life, your mission statement. You can make a list, like I said, list of things that you want. Sometimes we call it in my on my team our disgust and desire list, things that we don't want in our life and things that we do want. There are different tools online if you look up how to create a personal mission statement. That's something I'm working on again right now too. Again, it's not something that happens overnight or even in a week. Maybe it might take you a month to write your mission statement. I write down my values. Like, what do I really want people to say about Coach Mel? What are the kind of qualities I want people to think about me? And for me personally, and this is just me, it might be different for you, but something that's always been on my heart from the beginning was I want people to think that or to know that I have a very high level of integrity, and that I'm loyal and truthful. Those which they kind of all tie in together, but that's a value. Those are values that are really important to me, that are important in my relationships, and I want people to feel that from me. And so those go in my mission statement. As you start planning your day and making your plans for what you want to do, things fit in that path of you achieving that purpose. It's either going to fit or it's not going to fit. Oh, Layla, no. It's either going to align or not align. And what that does in your time management is it allows you to say no to some things and yes to others. It allows you to make decisions about how you're going to spend your time, because you have your purpose and your goals very much in mind. Because I had limited time and I had a goal of wanting to quit my job, I had to say no to some things. And that's where people kind of falter a little bit when they say, well, I want to make these changes in my life, but I don't have time. And you do have time. You just have to make decisions about that time and how you're spending it and how you're organizing it. I write a lot of stuff. I've got journals upon journals. I have goal sheets, and I have goal sheets for each separate goal. I mean, this is where I do get a little OCD. This is just me, but I do recommend writing down your goals and things and your values and all of that. Vision boards, I love vision boards. Those are really helpful too. And recognize I haven't even talked about using a planner or anything like that. Time management, the foundation is knowing where you want to go and knowing what you want to do and who you want to be. That's the foundation of your time management. And so that's where we start. Once you have that in place, then you start looking at your calendar and you start looking at your day and you start looking at your week and your weekends and you start looking at the people you're hanging out with and you start looking at all those different things. Time management becomes a lot easier. I talked about my non-negotiable times. So in my calendar, again, because they align with my values, I have some non-negotiable times, and that includes first thing in the morning. When I get up, I take care of my family, and that includes my dogs. So the dogs go out, I make sure the kids are up and off and nobody's slept in. I have my breakfast, I have my personal prayer time, and then I can get my day started. So that I almost spend a good hour, hour and a half, the first hour and a half of my day just focused on the important things in life, which are me and my family. Everyone says I look really busy. Social media is social media. You only see what I post. And of course I'm only going to post when I'm doing stuff. But honestly, I do have a lot of time freedom. If I wanted to get on a plane, this weekend and go somewhere after I teach class, I have the freedom to do that. And time freedom's an awesome thing. It really is.